In this section, we will be working with applications that involve constructing and using systems of equations. In this first example, movie tickets cost $7 for adults, $5.50 for children. There are 218 seats in the theater. A total of $1,463 was collected in ticket sales for the sold-out Saturday matinee. Now, your first step is to construct the system of equations. So part A has you write the first of the two equations. Write an equation representing the total number of tickets sold. All right, that is your clue. You want an equation representing the total number of tickets sold. So first step, let's come up with some variables. You could always use X and Y, but particularly in application problems, it's helpful to use a letter that kind of represents the variable. So I'm going to choose A as the number of adult tickets sold, and C for the number of children's tickets sold. Now, reading through the problem, movie tickets cost $7 for adults, $5.50 for children. There are 218 seats in the theater. A total of $1,463 was collected in ticket sales for the sold-out Saturday matinee. Now, sold out indicates that all of the 218 seats were taken. So the total number of tickets sold will be equal to 218 because it is a sold-out show. So our equation involves the total number of tickets sold. That's going to include the number of adult tickets and the number of child tickets. So the number of adult tickets, A, plus the number of child tickets, C, has to equal 218. That is the first equation in the system of equations. Now, part B, write an equation representing the total amount of money collected from the sale of all tickets. So reading through the problem, you want to try to pick out any reference to money. So looking through this, movie tickets cost $7 for adults, so $7 per adult ticket. Using the variables we defined in Part A, that's going to be $7 per adult ticket, or 7 times A. $5.50 for children, so $5.50 per child ticket. So that would be $5.50 times each child ticket that is sold. And you always want to hunt around and find the total. So in this case, the total amount of money is going to be $1,463. Putting this all together, the amount of money collected for the adult tickets and the child tickets have to add up to $1,463. So 7A plus 550C equals $1,463. That is the second of the system of equations. So part C, solve the system of equations. The system of equations, putting it all together, we have A plus C equals 218. 7A plus 550C equals 1,463. That is the system of equations that we are solving. And if you'll notice, it doesn't require a certain method. We could use the graphical approach, we could use elimination, we could use the substitution method. Any of those would work. I'm going to go with the substitution method here. We have our first equation, A plus C equals 218. I'm going to go ahead and solve this for A. So subtracting C from both sides, we have A equals 218 minus C. That is what we're going to plug into this second equation. So 7 times, there's 218 minus C plus 550 C equals 1,463. Working this out, distributing the 7 times 218 is 1,526, minus 7 times C is 7C, copying down the rest of the equation, plus 5.50C equals 1,463. Combining like terms, 1,526 minus 7C plus 5.5C gives us negative 1.5C equals 1,463. Subtracting the 1,526 from both sides leaves us with 1.5C equals negative 63. Divide both sides by negative 1.5. C is equal to 42. So that 42 is the number of children's tickets. So we know that 42 children's tickets are sold. That's the first part of our answer. Now to find the number of adult tickets, we simply go back and plug the 42 in for C. So I'm going to use this first equation here. So A plus 42 equals 218. Subtracting 42 from both sides, we wind up with A is equal to 176. And these are the adult tickets that are sold. So our answer is that 42 children's tickets were sold and 176 adult tickets were sold. Now you always do want to perform a check when you're working with a system of equations. So I'm just going to do that over here. We have our first equation, A plus C equals 218. Plugging in our values, we have 176 adult tickets, that's A, plus 42, that's C, equals 218. 176 plus 42, 218 equals 218. So that checks. In our second equation, 7A plus 5.5C equals 1,463. Plugging in our values, 7 times 176 plus 5.5 times 42 equals 1,463. Working out the left-hand side, you wind up with 1,463 equals 1,463. So it